What is up, guys? Welcome to our channel. I'm Sanat Kumar from simplefxonline.com, and on today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you in real time how you can find big shorts on Binance so that you can be early to bid on all of these altcoins, wherein you will be able to make a massive returns on your money depending upon your capital. So the basic idea behind this approach is to find some crappy coins which are just way too overhyped in reality, and once we narrow in on that coin, all we have to do is wait for the mean reversion, which is for the market to go from the euphoric state back to the normal state, and that is where the profit lies. So in reality, all of the trades which we are going to be showing in this video is going to be on the shortest time frames possible, and you need to understand that here all we are doing is taking advantage of the dumb money liquidity and making the most out of it. So if you are someone who always wondered as to how to find these trades, then the following content is something which you will love for sure. So make sure that you stick around for long, and to get more alerts like this on a daily basis, guys, hit that subscribe button and do not forget to like and share this video. Guys, when it comes to cryptocurrency, we don't have to talk about the fundamental value of the coins, and of course you might be emotionally attached to one coin or the other, but you need to understand that in reality, in plain simple words, no one knows what is going to happen in 1 year. Forget about 1 year, guys, even 1 month or 3 months from now on, right? Like, there is so much disruptive things going on in the field of cryptocurrency, DeFi and NFT, and it is just simply impossible to keep up with all of them. So just forget about that ideology, instead focus on the technical approach, and this is the blueprint step-by-step guide you need to master before you start making that consistent returns. Before we dive onto the content, guys, just a full disclosure, these kind of trades are very high risk, so use this video as a source of education only, and everything we talk is strictly for educational purposes only. So the first step we need to do is log into Binance, and here, guys, all you have to do is click on the toggle and choose the USD section, and as soon as you click over the change tab here, you can see that you can basically go through the pairs or scan them quickly based upon how down they are or how high they have been in recent time. And as you can see here, guys, there are a lot of coins on a daily basis which goes up like 40%, 50%, 80%, and even 200%. So just think about the longevity of this project, guys. Do you really believe any firm which has like 10 to 30 million or even 100 million market cap, any coin which has 100 million market cap, do you really believe they're here to stay for long, especially given how disruptive the thing is? Of course, there will be outliners, but the chances are no, right? So the first thing we need to do is figure out something which is way above its league, which means that underlying coin has to move around 40 to 50% for the day, and that signifies that the entire setup is right for the short. So that is basically what we do, and the pairs which I've shortlisted for the day are Gala USDT and SafePal. So just to give you a bit of an idea about these two crappy coins, guys, just these two coins, guys, fundamentally speaking, I don't know anything about them because there is no need for me to know anything about them. So that is the beauty of this strategy. And one more thing you need to understand is that all we are doing is taking advantage of something which is overhyped, and just like I said, we are trading it back to the mean. So here's the chart of the Gala USDT, and as you can see, guys, this pair has been bullish for quite some time. From the latest breakout around the 14th November, the pair has been shooting up way too aggressively, and if you notice the percentage change, it is over 576% in less than a month. So just think about it, guys, especially from the technical point of view. First and foremost, if we see how consolidated the range was for a long period of time, obviously it was hinting at an upward move, right? So even the momentum indicator was saying the same, and the same resistance was tested for a long period of time, but we knew that the breakout was coming. But ever since that breakout, guys, obviously there was a huge inflow of new orders, and that means the pair experienced a very healthy movement up to this point, which is the highs around the $0.50 mark. So that was how the entire thing was set up. But even after hitting the full target level, guys, what has happened is that due to excess inflow and way too much FOMO and FUD created by a lot of people, there is one more breakout of the trend line and the pair has just shot up for one more wave towards the upward direction. But this time, what you need to understand is that unlike the previous times, the moving averages are way too widened, which means the liquidity is thin. And think about it, guys. What do you think happens when the liquidity is way too thin? Obviously, it is going to fall back to the equilibrium zones, right? So that equilibrium zone is around this region, and from the present levels, that is like a movement of roughly 33% towards the downward side, guys. So all we did was basically find out a breakout trade and saw where the momentum was, and from the histogram it was clearly evident that the momentum faded away, but the price continued to make a higher high and inevitable crash had to occur. So this is how you can find the big shorts on Binance very quickly, and this is not a one-time case scenario, guys. And just to give you a bit more perspective, what we have chosen here is the last noon high wherein the liquidity was normal, and if we take or think about it in terms of trend, all we are doing is trading it back towards the previous known resistance zone, which will now convert into a support zone. So that is why we have got so much confidence. And if you observe the charts closely, even on the Bollinger Band, that is the support region, or the lower band as well. So basically that sums it up perfectly, and that in a nutshell is how quickly you can find the big trades before it happens, because the steam has to dry up sooner or later, right? And the second one I've got for you is SafePal, and I don't even look at the white paper and stuff because, guys, it is not worth that effort. And by the way, guys, if you are planning to follow this approach, you need to understand that you just have to meddle with it with less than 300 to 500 bucks, because even with $500 with no leverage, you can easily make a nice return over anywhere between couple of days to 1 week. And especially given how thin things are with these kind of altcoins, I seriously do not recommend investing more than what you are comfortable losing with. So keep that in mind, and just remember that, guys, it takes ideas to create money, not the other way around. And even with this pair, guys, on the daily time frame, what we are seeing is the classic double top, and on the daily time frame, as you can see, guys, this is where the first support region was. So let me just highlight it for you. And this zone was held for a very long period of time, and after that, just like what the momentum indicator suggested, even on the order book there was no liquidity above this point, so the pair just retracted back towards the last known liquidity zones. And just look at the left side of the charts, guys. Every candlestick is telling you a story, and all we have to do is make sure our approach follows up with the trend, so that regardless of where the move occurs, we will be able to make the best out of it. So here also, after a very thorough bear market, the price broke out of the trend, even smashed through the upper band of the Bollinger Band, and is currently breaching the liquidity zones around the top. So as you can see here, guys, even though the liquidity is thin, there is a chance of price lingering on this zone, because almost everyone knows where the retail side is going to place their stop. So highly likely scenario. But even with that kind of setup in mind, from $2.1 to $1.5, I would say that is a conservative target. And even on the narrative side, if you think about it, there was nothing that can be considered as catalyst which was going on, right? So a pretty straightforward trade with a very healthy risk reward ratio of more than 1:2. So that is how you find best shorts on Binance ahead of everyone else. And just like I said, guys, if you're sensible with your money management and use leverage wisely, which means keeping enough money on the margin so that the chances of you getting liquidated is basically zero, all you have to do is look at the long-term trajectory and have a bit of patience for things to work out. So once you do that, everything is a child's play, and once consistency comes, literally no one can stop you in this sector, right? So Basically, that wraps it up perfectly. And just like I said, guys, everything we discuss on this channel is way too early in advance so that you can also follow those along and see in real time what is happening, what is the reason behind something happening, and basically to spread education is our main priority and goal. As always, guys, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. To get all the latest trade alerts, subscribe to our channel and make sure you check out all of our trading tools linked out in the description section. See you on the next one.